We're beginning on the ground, back lying out on the back. If you want to put a cushion under your head, do, and have a belt or a strap within reach. Once you've found your place on the floor, maybe you've propped the head a tiny bit, might be no harm. Just relax your shoulders. Let's bring the right leg into the body. Just hold on to that leg and straighten out your left leg. Now, hands around the knee or around the back of your thigh. Let the shoulders, the elbows relax. Lengthen the back of your neck. And just come to your breath here. So let's take a nice long breath in. And a long breath out as you draw the leg in a little more. Shoulders relaxed. Let's do the same now on the other leg. So left leg into the body, right leg extends away. Deepen your breath. Slow it down. Feel a gentle rocking forwards of your leg as you breathe in. And draw it in deeper to the body as you breathe out. One more breath here. And bring both knees in. And we'll just take a breath where we rock the two knees away. So breathe in and give them a little push away from you. Tilt your pelvis forwards. And when you breathe out, gather them in. Hug the legs deep into the body. Nice little stretch for your back. Now take your belt or your scarf, your strap, whatever you've got. We're going to put it over the right foot and hold on to both sides of it, one in each hand, as you lift your right leg up to the sky. So right now we're keeping the left leg bent into the body. And we're just giving the back of that right leg a little stretch. So foot up to the sky, that's it. Flex your foot and drop your shoulders. Arms are straight, hands as close to your foot as you can. Now let the left foot drop down to the floor. Take a moment there with your left leg bent. Just feel the lengthening of the back of your right leg. And we're going to try and keep that right leg just there as we straighten out the left leg, all the way out if possible. Now breathing here. We don't want to hurt the leg. We're not trying to force anything. Trying to ease out the hamstring. But hopefully feeling the sensation in the belly of the muscle, like the middle of the back of the leg, rather than, say, the back of your knee or your sit bone, the more vulnerable parts, the insertion points. So take a breath, one more. Keep the face relaxed. Let the shoulders drop towards the floor a little more, and the leg might ease in a little bit. Now take the belt into the right hand, both sides. Left hand on your hip or out to the side. We're going to start to open the right leg out. Turn the foot out a bit and breathe nice and slowly, moving the leg nice and slowly out to the side. We don't want to rock the hips over to the side. Keep your pelvis level. Just let the leg go as far as it will. That's enough. Hold it there and breathe. Lovely. Back to the center and take the belt into the other hand. Don't change legs now. Just bring the same leg across your body. Twisting now. We bring it all the way over. Here you are letting your hips twist over to the side. You're keeping the chest broad, the shoulders down on the ground. If you can, keep that right shoulder down. So if we reach the right arm out, that'll act as a bit of a counterweight as well. Let's take one more breath here. Think about moving your right hip down a little bit, keeping the side body long. Good. Back to the center. And we'll take the belt in both hands. So same leg, one more time. Just ease it in a little bit. Now slip the belt off, bend the knee, and give that leg a hug. So keep that knee into you. Bring the other one in as well. Belt around your left foot and send that leg, left leg, up to the sky, holding the belt one side in each hand. Broaden across your chest, drop your shoulders down. Now drop the right foot, keeping the knee bent. We'll put the right foot on the floor. Now you could always stay there with the right leg bent, or we're going to try and work that right leg a little further away, even straightening it all the way if you can. Now breathe, ease into the back of that left leg. So the leg coming in a little bit more if it will. Lengthen the back of your neck. Let go of any tension around your face. Just go to your breath. Now we're going to stay here for one more. Slow, deep breath in and out of the nose. And then take the belt into the left hand. And put the right hand on the hip, or you can extend the arm out to the side. Turn the foot a little bit out to the left and let the leg begin to move out to the side. Now we're going to give it a few breaths here. So you don't have to move it to your maximum in one breath. Ease it out a little bit more with each breath. Meanwhile, keep the right leg really active. Maybe the right leg is bent, that's fine. If it is, let the right knee fall out to the right. If the leg is straight, keep it as active as if you were standing on the foot. One more breath now, no hurry, don't push it. Just ease a little bit out to the left. And then back to the center, taking the belt in your right hand now. This is the twist. You let your leg come over to the right, left arm out to the side, keeping the chest broad. Good. So you're rolling over. That's it. Through the pelvis onto the little toe side of that left foot. Now breathe. Just see what happens. See what shows up. Breathe into the sensations. Lowering the left hip if you can, a little bit away from the left armpit, keeping the side body long. Take another breath here. Notice how similar that is to revolve triangle pose. It's the same thing, just lying down. Lovely. Back to the center. We're going to take the belt again into each hand, one side in each hand. Draw the leg in a little bit deeper now. Take one last breath. Go to that intelligent edge, that place where you feel transformations possible. Okay, bend your knee, slip the belt off, give your leg a little hug. Oh, bring the other leg in as well. And just have a little rock. We don't need that belt now for a minute. Have a little rock on your back. Okay. Stretch the legs out long now and the arms overhead. Big breath in. And as we breathe out, hands up, head up, roll up to sit. All the way up. Let's breathe in and lift up to the sky, hands up. Now we're going to curl back down again. So hands forwards, take your time, exhale, rounding your back, pouring it down slowly. Arms overhead, then we'll breathe in. And we come up in the same way. So hands up, hands forwards. You can use the belt around your feet here if you need to. Rounding your back as much as you can on the way up. So when you get up, hands up to the sky, take a big breath in. And then when you're ready to breathe out, round your back. Now, as slowly as you can, curl your back down. And then a stretch, arms overhead. And we're coming up in the same way. So really mindful that we're not lifting the back in one sort of straight line. Draw your tummy in. rounding the back to get you up. 2 more. So breathe in, hands up. Breathe out, hands forward. So you're starting to round your back there. And then you keep going. Roll it down. Perfect. Arms overhead, slower the better with this. As we exhale, hands up, head up, lift the shoulders. So you might even pause for a moment now. And then exhale, tummy in. Rounding your back as much as you can. Last one now. Hands up. Forwards as we exhale. Rounding now. Curling the back. Take your time. Roll it down. Then arms overhead. This is the last one. And we're coming up in the same way. So let's lift a little bit, then pause. We'll take a breath. And with the next exhale, engage the pelvic floor. Pull the tummy in. Round up. Quite hard. Hands up to the sky now. We'll breathe in. We're going forwards now, a little forward bend. You could use the belt around your feet here if you like. So we've already loosened out those hamstrings a little bit. See how they're feeling here. But now we're bringing the stretch a little into the back. So tilting forwards from your pelvis and then letting a gentle rounding come all the way through the back to the top of your neck. We'll stay here. We'll take one more breath. Rising up as we breathe in. Let's make our way over to hands and knees now. I'm going to clear that cushion off my mat and get set up on all fours. When you get there, we'll breathe into cow pose, lifting the head and the tailbone, and as you're breathing out, round your back, cat pose. So we're going to do that a couple of times, your own rhythm, just opening and rounding. And we're going to change it in a moment. So do one more round of cat and cow as you are. And then inhale once more into cow pose, head and tailbone up. Now get ready to take the weight in the left knee and bring your right knee into your body as you exhale, curl in. Now send that right leg back, straight back, and lift your left arm straight ahead of you. Holding this now for a moment, keeping everything level. Then bend the back leg, reach your hand back and try and hold your foot. Now it's going to become a back bend here more so. Push your foot up and back, but don't twist the belly away from the floor. Keep the navel pointing downwards, a steady gaze. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, let go, hand to the floor, knee into the nose once more, right in. Put the knee down, we'll breathe in, lift the head, lift the tailbone. Now the other side, left knee in, right in, trying to touch your nose. And then straight out behind you. Now draw the belly into the back body a little bit, lift your right arm straight ahead of you. Holding this for a moment now, breathe. One more breath in. As you breathe out, bend the back leg and reach back with your hand for your foot. Now let's see if we can push the foot up and back. Let the chest lift, let a little back bend appear here. Kneeling bow. Really good. One more breath in. And then let go. Bring your knee to your nose, your hand to the floor, coil in. Both knees down. Let's breathe in and open up one more time. Cow pose. Now flatten out the back as you exhale, tabletop. Head forwards, belly into the back body. holding it strong. Turn your toes under, lift your knees off the floor, just a tiny bit, less than an inch. Now keep your hips right there, keep your left knee right there, and take your right leg back. Straighten it out, toes on the floor. Now the other leg. Full plank, hold it. Now shift to the right, heels to the right, left hand to the sky. You can have your feet one in front of the other, or you could stack them together. Good. Take a breath in, go really high with your hips. Nice. Now breathe out, turn it back around into plank, and then we're going to shift it the other way. So right hand to the sky. I want to show you if this feels too strong, put your left knee down. Hold it there. Breathe in, get the hips really high and a little bit forwards, head back. Breathe out, turn around, back into plank. Or again, if that plank feels too strong, you just put your knees down, smaller. Breathe in. Chaturanga now as you breathe out, legs straight or knees on the floor first. Come right down. Now bring your hands under your head. Breathe in and rise in locust with the hands under the head, lifting the arms and the legs. Head against your hands. Good. Now stay here and bring your right arm down to the floor. Bend your left leg, reach back and catch a hold of that foot. So we're still in our locust pose. The right leg is lengthening and lifting, but I'm holding that left foot now. So it's a half bow, half locust. Change it. Left arm down on the ground, right leg bends. Keeping the left leg active, floating off the floor, push the right foot back into your hand. Breathe here. Don't lift the head too high. It's a continuation of the spine. And then let it go. Back to locust, put your hands on the floor ready for cobra or upward dog. Let's rise. Inhale. Hold it here now. Exhale, elbows back. Shoulders down. One more breath in. Downward dog. Exhale. Breathe here now. Let the hips have a little sway. Let the head drop. Feel into the body. Go to the breath. Let's take the feet together. Breathe in and send the right leg just straight up to the sky. Keep the left heel heavy. Step the foot forwards between your hands. We're going to grab a block here now. And we'll shift this block with the right hand forwards, 10 or 12 inches from the outside of your foot. Move it forwards. Now we'll lean into it. As we lift the back leg, we're going to open towards half moon. So the weight in the right foot and the right hand start to open out across the hips. So you turn your left toes out to the left. Turn the chest away from the floor. And once you've got your balance, let the left arm float up. Half moon. You can do this with your back against a wall or with the left foot against a wall. I'm going to go a little further today. So bend the leg back behind you and reach your hand back towards your foot. If you can get your foot, hold it. If not, just stay there with the leg bent. Press the foot into your hand and feel once again this kind of bow shape. So take a breath. Chappasana. Let go, straighten the leg, straighten the arm up to the sky. Now exhale back into warrior two. So just land into it, open it out, bend the front knee, gaze forwards. Now reverse it. Left hand on your hip, right hand to the sky. Get those hips down deep as you lean on back, right hand reaching behind you. Perfect. Circle it overhead and come down into a lunge. Back into plank now. Inhale. Lower down. Chaturanga. Exhale. Keep your hands there. Come right to the floor. Lift the legs, lift the chest. Locust, but with the hands on the floor, as if in cobra. Now take a moment. Breathe here. And then we're going to rise more through the upper body as the legs come down. We can head towards upward dog or stick with cobra. Downward dog. Exhale. Now feet together. Left side. Inhale. Keep your right heel heavy. Let your left leg rise up. Take your time. Feel it. Step through. Exhale. Get the block. Let's get this half moon set up on the left leg. So we move the block forward. And as we start to lean into that and into the left leg, there's this hip opening action. So you're turning your right leg out, opening up the hips, opening the chest away from the floor, and then eventually hand to the sky. Take all the time you need, breathing, find the stability here. You might stay here. This variation might be your favorite today. Or if you're up for the challenge, bend the leg behind you and reach your hand down and back. See if you can find that foot. Hold the foot, push it into your hand, open up that bow shape. Breathe, steady gaze. One more breath. And then we'll let it go. Straight leg, hand to the sky. We're back to our regular half moon. And now warrior two. So drop it on down, step it out wide, open up. Breathe here. Now right hand to your hip, keep that hip nice and deep, turn the left palm up. Inhale, reaching back behind, and we're going to stay here in reverse warrior. Exhale, drop deeper. Lovely big inhale now. Open the side body, and as we exhale, over you go. Hands overhead and down into your lunge. Back into plank, inhale. Exhale, come right down, chaturanga. And now full bow, bend the knees, reach back for the feet. Breathe in, rise up. I'm going to stay here, soften, breathing out. 2 more breaths. Let's see if you can find space for 1 more breath, big one. Let it go, bring the hands down now, cobra or upward dog, you choose. Deep inhale, rising. Downward dog as we exhale. Breathing here. Relax the back of your neck. Take 1 last breath. And then walk forwards, halfway up your mat. We'll bring our hands to the shins, breathe in. Press against them, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Take your feet a bit wider, we'll come towards a squat. So turn the feet out and drop the hips down. Now, bring your hands to the floor and shift the weight from one leg to the other, kind of twisting a little bit as you go, pressing the knee back, open the hip. You can even do that with the hand on the knee to kind of help get that a little bit of space. I'm not worried about trying to keep the feet flat on the floor or anything. Just trying to work a little bit of space into the hips. Well, maybe the feet will be flat on the floor, and maybe it feels really good to just get into that yogic squat, and if so, go for it. Okay. We're going to make our way down now to the ground, and you're going to need, if you have them, 2 yoga blocks. Now, if you're not crazy about this, it's a supported fish. If you prefer, you can use your bolster along your mat and you can lie back over it, or even across your mat And you sit on the ground and you open the chest over the bolster, shoulders over the other side. But the one I'm suggesting today, if it's okay, is a T shape with your blocks. You're going to sit on the ground in front of that. Now, the blocks can be medium or low height. I go medium. I'm going to sit on the ground. This is really for the upper back to open up that thoracic spine. Okay, so as you come back, we're going to try and position the long block, the one that's facing down the mat, along the upper back. So kind of starts at the base of the rib cage and upwards. Hands under your head. Hold your head for a second. And we're just going to ease the head back towards the other block. Now, I try and find a place where the head is comfortable on that block. And then we'll straighten out the legs. Now, you can keep holding your head. So even as your head is maybe on the block, your hands might be under it for a bit of support and to lengthen the back of your neck. Couple of options here now. We could take the hands away and just let the block hold the head. Let the arms go wide, feels really good. Dropping the shoulders over the sides of the block. If you need a little more support under your head, a rolled up blanket or cushion will do the job, or your hands. If you want to go a little further, this is your other option. You take the block out, your hands under your head again. Now don't let go of your head. Imagine you're trying to draw the back of your head away from the top of your spine. Lengthening the back of your neck. Start to arch through the upper back a little more so that the head goes closer to the floor. Not by tilting the head back, but by allowing a deeper back bend to happen through the upper back. This is going to take some breaths. Keep your legs active, really straight, really strong. Breathe. You're minding your neck. I know your neck can bend. We don't want it to. It's that upper back where we're holding all that tension. Breathe. And breath by breath, let go of some of that rounding in the upper back. We're going to stay with it now for a few more breaths, wherever it suits you to be, whatever your variation might look like. Don't throw your head back. You should be able to swallow. I know it's intense and not exactly comfortable. It's only for a moment. One more breath. And then we're going to prepare to come up. Don't let the head try to lift itself. Bring your hands under it and lift it with your hands. Okay, now you're leaning your back into the block. You're going to use that. You can take your hands away from the head when it can support itself. Arms on the floor. And then we roll it up, push up all the way. Like a bed of nails. Go on back down now, get the blocks out of your way, and we'll roll back down to the floor. Okay, way down, nothing under us. Now, see how good that feels. Lovely, bring your right leg in, give it a good squeeze. And then we'll bring that leg over to the left. So your hand on the outside of your knee, your right arm reaching back behind you. Open up across your chest and let's turn the head towards the right. Deep breathing now. Just be with what's showing up here. And back to the center when you're ready. hugging the leg in one more time. And let's take it to half happy baby if you can. Your right hand holding the sole of your foot. Lift it up and wide. And just bring your left hand under your head here to lengthen the back of the neck again. Good. And then we'll swap. So let the left leg come in, let the right leg go long. Give the left leg a good squeeze into your body first. And then off you go. Leg over to the side for your twist. And the left arm reaching back behind. Now, broaden across your chest. Soften the left shoulder down and turn the head to the left. Close your eyes. Deepen the breath. One more. We'll come back in. The knee into the body. Half happy baby, left hand holding the foot, lifting it up and wide. And maybe again, the right hand now under the head. Take a breath. And then releasing that leg, bring the other one in as well. Have a little rock on your back, and then we'll move into full happy baby. Both legs up and wide. Love that for the back. I know it's great for the hips as well, but really feel a lovely release through the lower back with this one. And as you rock from side to side, it's almost like a little massage for your back. Perfect. Well done. We're going to let it go, roll off to the side. Now get cozy, get your socks, your jumper, all your props. Remember when you're coming up, and this is every time, you let your head follow you up. You use your arms. Notice, and we all do it with this tendency to lift the head first. Okay, try not to do that. Let's go. So make sure you're warm enough. Bring in, as a minimum, a little something under your head. Not too high, but just something that'll help lengthen the back of your neck. And then if you have it, that little something for under your knees as well, to bring a softening to the back of your knees, which will allow the hip flexors to relax as well. My favorite at the moment for Savasana is actually bringing the lower legs right up onto the couch, and even a kind of cushion under each heel. Then for the back, it just feels like instant relief. Give the arms a little bit of space away from the sides, and it can make a really big difference. And I know it seems like a lot of props, but to bring a little cushion or a little blanket or something under each hand and wrist, because again, it'll just soften the joint. Curling the hand in a little bit helps the elbow to bend, and then that softens the shoulder. So everything curls in a little bit and allows you then to settle back towards your center. So when you've found your place, you found your props, let the awareness come towards the middle of the body, feeling the softening of your back into the floor, softening of the belly, and the breath coming and going without any effort on your part. You're not doing the breathing now, but feel it from the inside. Notice if thoughts are playing around in your mind, because they will, because we're human. And as you see them, let them go. Recognize it, see it, notice that you're thinking, and then give yourself the permission to let it go. Come back to here and now, this breath, and the feeling of the body softening. Nothing is more important right now than this moment, this feeling, this letting go. Now, feel a deeper breath come into the body. Breathe it out gently and let the kneecaps roll towards the ceiling. So just take one more breath like that. And as you let the breath go, tip the back of the waist towards the earth. Feel the lower ribs settle towards the earth. Hold that steady now as you bend your legs one at a time. Bring them in. Take a moment and then roll to your side. And remember, as you come up from your side, bring your chin a little bit down towards your chest. Roll into the top hand, push the floor away and let your head follow you up. Perfect. And then sit. Palms facing up, let the eyes close. Take this moment now to notice how you feel, whatever that might be. Bring the hands together in front of the heart and recognize now who or what it is in this moment that you feel grateful for in your life. Let's breathe in. Big stretch up to the sky. And then gather in. We'll bring the hands together down to the third eye, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste.